super mundane things, like, I don't know, just super mundane things, and every time they'd be like, clutch, for every single thing that they did. I thought it was going to be a hilarious skit, because he has some really good ideas for it.
Okay. Having a little sip of water, you know?
Yeah.
Doing your laundry.
Clutch!
Packing your suitcase.
Yeah.
Defecating.
That.
Alright, we've got a draft. EG. Let's go.
You ruined it for me.
Well, I mean, my man
Actually,
Lumi here.
Lumi ruined it.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't do anything.
That was Lumi who started that trend.
You incepted the idea of using the word defecate into our brain.
It's implanted deep down. It's not really incepted though, because we know it came from Lumi. So
Okay. Well,
you blatantly forced that idea into our brain matter.
way to go.
Thank you,
It's
Lumi.
just Bible thumps for Lumi. It's getting just bully session.
Evil Geniuses versus Invictus Gaming.
I'm the evil genius.
Oh, you're right there.
Oh, right.
The graphic says it. You don't have a choice, buddy.
Alright.
At least you're on the probable winning side, Lumi. Should be happy about
Who
that.
knows? Who knows?
But he wants to be on the Chinese side.
Okay.
Now he's
I'm
on the
Chinese side.
So let's go ahead and hop into the draft.
Alright.
Ice Lament on the case, and so are the teams. IG. That first overall pick, Clockwork coming through. Sand King so far available. Something EG often go for in this first phase, but the days of the Sumail Pugna are on hold for now. He's going to get the Quap.
Back with the Wisp. Wisp is a pain. Pain to deal with.
They did pick it early, of course, so, you know, at least IG will have some opportunities to snag whatever their preferred anti-IO heroes are. Be it, you know, the Disruptor. Enigma is
Enigma seems...
it's an EG staple as well.
Yeah, I don't know if they want to pick it right now, though. Ideally, I think you want to pick in the second phase or the last phase.
Given that this is EG, do we even know what position this clock is at?
Very likely to. I've never seen it. I think a long time ago, I used to see it sometimes run as a 1. But
Seen as a 4 as well.
I saw it as a 3, and it was the worst thing I've seen.
Okay.
Huh.
Interesting.
Oh, the good old Clock Skywrath duo. This is an old school combo.
I feel like this is like supposedly the IO counter, right?
Is it though?
Is it?
Like you have to
Is it?
You have to find the IO. You can't, and you have to silence him while he's cogged before he tethers.
5 seconds.
I don't know. I don't think it's great.
'Kay.
If there's something else, like if they get like the Void or the Enigma as well, maybe.
Mm.
Like, why do you think it's a particularly good IO?
I mean, if you have something else, like you said, it just provides the burst.
Okay.
The problem they had, one of the team had against Crit's IO is that they had ways to lock him down, but then they couldn't kill him fast enough. And then IO would always get off his reload.
But now they don't have a way to lock him down.
Not yet.
Not yet.
How the XXS plays the clock most of the time, right? Or quite a bit.
Baboko, right? I think it's Baboko.
Baboko. They don't actually pick a lot of
We
clock.
saw XXS
Yeah,
play
they don't-
yesterday, I think.
Yeah, they don't play a
If
lot
they
of call.
do, it's more on the 4. So
Okay.
Reserve time.
I guess another way to look at the Skywrath versus the IO is that it pressures IO's response time, right? Because how fast Skywrath kills if you're late with the relocate.
EG's
Boom, they dead.
You know, it should be said, like, for all we know, this is a Zai Queen of Pain.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even know what position the clock is
A
at.
mid IO for Sumail.
No.
Deddy ran IO mid once upon a time. That was the old IO. I think when the balls did more damage.
And they don't cost 150 mana
Yeah.
per use.
LC ban. That
Back
is
when
weird.
we were men.
Time to Wisp bristle them.
Yeah.
Da da da.
10
Da
seconds
da da.
remaining.
Was that the
That was Bristle's grand entrance because we're all so excited to see him.
was that the song they play at
Reserve time.
weddings?
Because they're married, you know, IO and Bristle. They're
Sitting
joined
in
at the
a tree.
hip.
Oh, I got banned. Okay.
EG's
Mm.
turn
Whew.
to pick.
Good job, IG.
They figured it out.
Or did they? Could be just with CK again.
So Bernie has been playing a lot of
Stolen.
Razor.
Okay. I don't know if you want Razor against
I
Void.
think you want Clinks, dude.
Razor
Clinks.
Troll Clinks, Weaver.
Clinks is a terrible whisperer though.
Are you saying for
No,
EG?
for IG.
Yeah, well, we're talking about IG.
Oh,
Seconds
IG.
remaining.
Razor? Razor's so.
I think Clinks is actually pretty good
5
against.
seconds
Clink's very good
Draft.
against whisper.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Skywrath good versus Void, or you could just Mask of Madness.
Just silence yourself.
We're not gonna let anyone forget about that train wreck of a Void game.
How you gonna talk bad about them? They're very high in the standings, dude.
They're not high in the standings because of the Mask of Madness Void, though. That's not like what propelled them up there.
Lulled them into a false sense of, these guys don't know what they're doing.
Yes, they're they're sandbagging. Yes,
Sandbagging
their
is-
grand
continue.
sandbag was that.
No, it's not a grand sandbag. It's like step one of a 20-part plan.
An elaborate sandbag fortress that they're constructing.
Yeah, like Clutch, dude. They're taking lessons from Clutch.
Is Clutch preparing for TI-17?
TI-8. They're on the road to TI-8.
What?
right
That's
now.
way too soon, dude. We said 20-part plan.
Yeah, they've gotten one part of the plan together in one tournament. They're on track. They qualified for everything anyway.
EG's
Ooh,
turn to pick.
what is this? IG picked the Tide into the Void. That's
Yeah.
an interesting grab.
It's a good IO counter.
It's true.
And it prevents, like, CK is not very scary against Tide.
They don't really have enough burst to
CK's
kill.
banned.
10
Oh, it is?
seconds
Oh, okay,
remaining.
never mind.
They don't
JK.
really have enough burst to kill the Tide and Chrono right now.
5 seconds remaining.
What do they get that solves that?
Necrophos
Ooh. Arteezy
Reserve time.
Necrophos.
sounds
Very un-Arteezy. But he's been
Un-Arteezy
playing those
like,
heroes nowadays. Like, he played the Venom, played the CK.
could always go Luna Void. This is classic.
Is that a classic?
Luna Void.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get Scepter, throw
like-
it on the face's Void. Easy. He can run around and just do.
Don't you feel like this Ben like came from an alternate timeline besides ours, Lumi, and he's just bringing all this like bizarro Ben knowledge from
I mean,
an alternate
maybe-
Dota universe?
Maybe in that alternate universe, that is the norm.
Yeah.
Luna Void.
But what has he done with the real Merlini? Where is Ben
Dire
Wu?
team
Whoa.
pick.
2 Merlinis?
Yeah. No, there really are two. There's Bizarro Ben and there's Benjamin Wu.
There are bizarre things happening in this tournament.
10
Yeah.
seconds
It feels like a
remaining.
bit of a Twilight Zone as far as the drafts, the team's
5
performances.
Saying
seconds
strats, dude.
remaining.
Isn't this prop like very Twilight Zone-y? The hanging words and it casts like a long shadow.
Reserve time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true actually.
10
It's very
seconds
shiny.
remaining.
What hero would most represent the Twilight Zone?
Dragon Knight.
Something mysterious,
EG's
ancient
turn
knowledge,
to ban.
coming from another
Enigma,
dimension.
yeah.
Enigma, but Enigma's like overtly evil as well. I guess Twilight Zone has some evil characters, right? I can't admit I've ever watched it that much. No,
10
IG grabbed
seconds
Dragon Knight. I
remaining.
haven't seen much of the DK this tournament. He was a huge hit coming
5
in.
seconds remaining.
They have a lot of
This-
physical mitigation.
This is one of OP's best heroes. He likes
Reserve time.
some sturdy mids that don't die. Kind of needed against Scarebreaker as well.
This is the Godzilla special.
The Godzilla special.
He came to Moscow, he saw, and he conquered the Ruskies. And he did it with the dragon.
What is Burning's hero right now?
So Bernie has played Troll, he's played a lot of Razor. I mean, obviously, like, you know, Burning Anti-Mage is always out there,
Not for this
Yuck.
game.
waiting.
Disgusting.
Lurking.
This game.
No.
Does absolutely nothing against EG's heroes.
Is
but
this gonna be like a default Juggernaut game?
Jug is safe. It's good with DK. I don't think it's that good against Void Spirit Breaker, though. Just bash the crap out of you.
Not that much synergy with Clock, too. think you prefer
Dire
some
team
sort of
ban.
ranged hero. So I think Void. Sorry, Ursa pretty much means that the face of Void's going to be offlane, and they don't want him to have a terrible matchup. They want him to just park himself up there.
So I'm thinking of like something like Luna or Terrorblade to
seconds
go with your
remaining.
Dragon Knight push.
I like Terrorblade a lot better for that
5 seconds remaining.
out of those two.
But then it might be hard to ever get off your Sunder successful.
Oh,
Dire
IG bans
team
the
pick.
Razor. Interesting. I still thought they might pick it.
Razor could potentially be good versus. Well, the thing is, Razor's terrible versus all of EG's heroes right now, though. Is the thing. Although it's okay versus
Pugna?
IO.
Safe
10
to Pugna?
seconds remaining.
Is that burning style?
Burning's not afraid to be selfless
5
nowadays. He's a
seconds
changed man.
I'd be down for it. That synergy with Skyrat, that clockwork to protect
5
you,
seconds remaining.
sounds pretty good.
Early, like, 5-man death ball item buyer, but okay, that's a completely different
EG's
direction.
turn to pick.
I don't know.
Slark's gonna struggle here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does Slark give you in this?
That nighttime vision.
Alright.
Yeah, there you go.
No Night Stalker in the game. Got that, and you need that vision.
10 seconds
You
remaining.
can tell if you're being charged. Amazing.
Alright.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm actually not too sure.
Not so with the Slark pick. I think Juggernaut might have been better.
Reserve time.
Maybe it's a hero that they think they can swoop around the backline and get to the IO.
Okay.
I can see it that. But,
Yeah, but you could get like Clinked for that, or Weaver even.
I think they're probably traumatized from yesterday's experience with the Clinks.
Fair enough.
But Slark doesn't have that great synergy with Clock either. Or even Skyrat. Like, it doesn't actually keep them in place.
Oh, called it.
Called it!
RTZ Necro.
I didn't actually expect them to pick it, but it is good versus Tide. And it is good with Wisp.
It's a burning tide? Is that a burning tide? Oh.
The rumors?
Lumi, the rumored roll swap.
What?
What
One
is
day
happening?
late. 1 day late. Or maybe he just misclicked.
Lumi Sama on the case.
It's a Sumail Necrophos. Better with the Wisp. in the
That's
mid.
like far less surprising.
Oh wait, maybe he has sweet cosmetics that RTZ wants to swap for.
And maybe burning has sweet cosmetics.
I mean, you could save Flame Quap. And
Yeah, you can save
mid
Flame Quap.
necro, it's
That's fine. I think Necrophos is a little better versus Tide.
Oh, they swap.
They did? Okay.
Burning did not swap, however.
10 seconds remaining.
Or are they going to wait until the last second? We can judge by what
5
items they buy.
seconds
You can swap in
remaining.
game.
I know.
Yeah.
In the last second in game.
Oh, I mean, I thought you meant the last second of the strategy phase.
No. Hello?
You know.
No. This is our strategy phase.
No, Burning does not swap.
Look at that Tide Hunter. What a majestic creature.
I gotta check out cosmetics.
I am very disappointed by tower levels here, though.
What?
Baboka holding it down. We saw a 5,000 something tower. Who was that earlier today? Is that OG? Oh, it wasn't OG. I think it's one of the Chinese.
Okay, XSS is continuing to play the Slark.
Prepare for battle.
I think this is he just like the Slark player, do you think? Or is this, is this
No,
an
Burning
actual
can play
roll swap?
Slark and XSS can play Tide.
So it's a roll swap.
Yeah, looks like a roll swap. Dude, they all have sweet cosmetics, by the way.
I just don't understand why Burning played carry yesterday if they're thinking about doing this.
Well, things aren't going well. They're 2 and 3.
Have you ever seen a roll swap in the middle of a tournament work?
Didn't Complexity do a roll swap last year? Was that at TI? I feel like someone did a roll swap mid-event. Or maybe in the group stage.
30 seconds to battle.
5 manning towards their top lane. EGR. Actually, 4 manning. RTZ is down towards that bottom. Everyone just trying to protect their
Night's
own
killing
runes.
me trying to remember.
They're pushing up now. Crit linked up with Zai.
Universe
Baboka.
wields the Mjolnir of Doom, and he lurches onto the high ground, but Xectest insta-bash by Zai, who's got the extra move speed to work with. Baboka doing some good work here. They're zoning crit away. Now the battery assault comes out. The bounty rune crucially snagged by IG. Now they move on to Crit. Can Q focus him down? Zai just needs one bash, and that is going to be a very dead Scarlet Mage. Crit trying for the body blocks, but meanwhile Crit also going to blow up here. EG, they have not respected the Skyrats level 1, and they will pay.
What a player, Q. Just hones in on that Wisp. Anything else is going to be wasted because Wisp will just heal him up.
Yeah, early on for the IO, it can be quite challenging in these little skirmishes versus the Skyrat, that's for sure.
I mean, Skyrath also has his issues, like dealing with Spirit Breaker charging. Like, he has just no way to defend against that.
That's why Baboka's there, man.
This is not a good matchup for burning into bottom lane.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Yeah,
It's an
he
awful
is
matchup.
just gonna
Just
get
so sad,
dumpstered.
slowly seeing your HP just tick down.
That's why you need a 6-man go build.
The 6 mango build.
Well, not anymore. You can't sell them, so. Before, it used to be legit versus lane.
He did come fairly prepared here, has 7 tangos on the salve.
Yep.
Imagine he'll get some HP regen items in the lane, but still forcing his build early. And good news for IG, OP off to a great start mid. DK just doesn't really seem to lose his lane very often nowadays. Keeps on spamming those breathe fires, forcing Sumail to last hit under tower. Sumail taking all kinds of harass.
Is it crazy to say that I think DK has, I don't want to say good matchup here, but like he's...
Oh, opening here on Zion. We know he went for the bash at level 1, so he's going to have to bash his way out of this. Not going to happen. See ya.
Out of here, didn't you?
Gets punished.
Yep, as soon as they catch sight of a Wisp, they know that this is an easy lane. Yeah, they have 2 beefy melee heroes, but can't really do that much right now. I will just TP back and try to absorb some more of the blows so that Universe can get his levels in farm. Oh, he's going for Ooh first.
Who is?
Void.
Oh.
Usually when you're this poor, you can't really afford to do that much with it.
It's kind of hard to get away with it against the Skywrath unless you're going to get some help.
And Spirit Breakers usually get the Ooh, but they have decided to sack the Spirit Breaker. He is very poor. He's gonna buy most of the early game items because Wisp needs his bottle, so he might actually be closer to the 5 this game.
Sumail making a bit of a comeback here in the mid lane. Still OP, definitely holding his own. But one lane we haven't really looked at much. Io did rotate down here to try and get some levels, help out our TZ burning, chewing rapidly through the regen, blew the south, blew a couple of tangos, did get his boots, still needs to farm up the energy booster.
Charge mid coming out onto OP. Is he going to be able to
personal smoke? Sumail really committing for this, and now Crit comes through with the tether. OP, he's got the breathe fire. It could potentially punish, but no! Zai with the bash timing. Easy for him. Maybe he can get Crit here, has the tether. We'll be okay. In fact, Zai even wanting to go deeper for this. Thinking about a follow-up charge. You know, if he didn't get that bash and then the breathe fire came out a little sooner, TP comes in, it could be a very different fight.
The brief fire in
Charge
particular.
on bottom.
Zai going for the around the world plays. Martizi does have another death pulse. It needs the bash.
Bashes.
He gets it too. Oh,
Okay.
that's one way to do it. That's why he skills bash level 1.
Dude, his first attack of the game was a bash.
Set the tempo.
Yeah.
Establish
Dire's top
dominance.
tower is under attack.
Those bashes though.
So game changing.
Yeah, they would have just had to expend a little bit more regen going in for that kill. But DD on bottom, who's going to take it? Baboka!
Up. Yeah, Zai still trying to duke it out here. He does have the charge available. The battery assault, the cogs combine, and now Zai trying to fight his way out of it. Gets the charge, gets the
So
extra
much
heal.
heal.
Crit, heal after heal after heal, and Baboka can't punch his way through. By the way, Baboka already has phase boots. We are 4 minutes in. That is a farm clock. They're trying to set up here on Sumail, but the rotation comes in quickly. EG, Crit, just so good at roaming on the IO and enabling his teammates early on.
When did OP take that point in stun? Because generally in this matchup, you're not really looking to kill the Queen of Pain.
Maybe it was when he was getting dove.
Gone on,
I'm not
yeah.
sure. Didn't really notice that.
Curious to see what Burning looks to do on this Tidehunter.
I've been seeing a lot more range here than a safe one get Orb of Venom, like the Necropus is right now. Especially for heroes like Tide, who are not very resistant to magic damage, but are resistant to physical.
Oh, they're making a go in the mid lane. Dragon caught out. OP is not getting a whole lot of help. And he is being punished for it. Pops the stick, keeps on running. And another kill for EG. The tri-lane mid pays off. Meanwhile, though, the trade is Arteezy. No one to save him, it seems. We'll get the heal, though. The tether coming through. Crit arrives, forces them on their heels. This IO is everywhere.
This charge.
Arteezy, very patient on the Ghost Shroud. Got that huge bonus heal. Still though, the Cogs keep him at bay. Won't be able to kill off Burning. They did lose the Spirit Breaker 4, but they saved their Necrophos. Ghost Shroud plus IO.
That was a long have we waited moment. Really, really good Ghost Shroud timing. Also had a big wand to pop at the same time.
Yeah, one's a must
Yeah.
for Necrophos.
I was watching Jack play earlier on Necrophos. Got like a Dagon 5 back into the wand. It was
Back into the wand.
it was not the.
That's how you know it's value. Yeah. Oh, OP. Leave this man alone. He just
I like
wants to
I like the last hit in between. He knew he was dead. That's at the range.
That was like that epic duel between Envy and Arteezy, where he knew Envy was just going to try to get last hit, so he denied him and then killed him. Salt the wound, twist that dagger. No mercy.
And in the meantime, Universe is farming top because they're having so many issues in the other lanes that Skywrath has to move around. And now Spirit Breaker trying to turn up the crank on the Slark. Slark is not quite yet level 6.
I think it's more like Skywrath is not very good support against Void. I mean, you nuke him, he's gonna just jump it off.
Well, we saw FY Skywrath versus Monet's Void.
Going in with the Necrophos. Hold Arteezy. Does finish off Burning. There's a wraparound coming from Baboka. Crit gets pushed out by the Cogs. Suboptimal placement, and now he's in trouble, but in comes OP looking to help him out. Crit on the run, has the tether, get me out of here, and Zai coming back in. He gets the 2-hero charge. Well angled by the Spirit Break as Arteezy continues to look for these additional kills. Baboka to the trees, goes for the quick TP out. Another pulse. Oh, just late. Yeah, EG's early roaming has been infinitely more effective than IG's, that is for sure.
Spirit Breaker Gaming, I think that's the 1-4 position hero that's to me underpicked.
They have Ravage, they're gonna let it go here on Sumail. They have the follow-up stun, stacked it a little bit. Doesn't matter though. Sumail stuck around a bit long. Could have tried to blink away, but did not expect that heavy commitment from IG.
And the level 2 silence coming out from Q. It's a good play to go for. 2-1-2 or 1-1-3, I hear. That's what Fog says, is the build versus like Puck Quap, and then 3-1-1 otherwise. But he went for a mix, 2-2. With the Hood, he's going to be pretty tanky. He doesn't really have to worry about any sort of physical damage coming out from them. And each point of mitigation, extra value and with is money.
Oh, RTZ has the next level Reaper Scythe cosmetic. I mean, obviously he does.
Obviously.
Because it's RTZ.
I didn't see that Reaper on the burning earlier.
How do you say his name? Rotunger?
Rotunger, yeah. I think it's...
I thought it was just fun.
No,
like all of that.
Rotunger.
There's a J at the end.
Okay.
J-E-R-E.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, looks like he's gonna get a free tower in the middle lane.
Nobody home to defend. No glyph available, and the last hit goes to Sarah Sumail. Not a whole lot they can really do to this Quap without the hook shot or Mystic Flare. No blink dagger on the Dragon Knight. Generally, we've seen that early blink picked up by a lot of the Chinese Dragon Knights.
Quap's still #1 on net worth despite dying.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more of the Skywrath needing to be there. Like, if they could just Dragon Tail into an Ancient Seal, I think they get the kill. But
EG's just pressuring everywhere. They're pressuring bottom as Arteezy marches in, cutting the wave here. Meanwhile, in the top lane, EG do get forced back because I was on the charge, but see mid and bottom both pressure. Even top lane, they're playing aggressive, so EG just pressing everywhere.
Sumail knows he's not scared though because Ravage is still down and Sky showed top, so he's just free to farm mid out very far, check both lanes, doesn't really have a care in the world, and they can get this bottom tower. It's very, very low. Burning could be the object of a Reaper Scythe, and let's keep our eyes out for those flashy cosmetics. Not gonna happen. Burning those.
It pretty much takes up half the screen. That's a pay to win. Blind your opponents with your scythe.
Doesn't it blind you though?
Yeah, but you know it's when it's coming, right? So you can just take like a quick photo in your mind to prepare.
Smoke up towards top. RTZ and Zai. Wisp is not level 6 yet, though, so it will only be a 2-man affair. Nope. Nope.
They got the chrono too.
Oh, Bernie has Ravage. He's thinking about going on Mr. Crit here. Yep, screw you, Crit, he says. Echo Smash, not enough damage, though. Crit with the low tether away.
Not a tie player, man.
Bernie not doing
There's a big stack that RTZ taking. Oh my god, look how many creeps there are. Oh no.
Value.
That was supposed to be
Value.
tides. That's a big loss. And RTZ as Necropos doesn't even have to really.
Meanwhile,
tank
Sumail getting the hate train from IG, but they don't have the damage to burn him down. Into the trees he goes. No mana for Mystic Flare. OP could try for a breathe fire, but he doesn't know Sumail is hiding safely ensconced within.
Where's the
He wants to go back on OP.
Oh.
Sumail's manning up. He's gonna get the kill too. Oh, if only Tide was there with the Ravage.
Alright, they kill Crit this time around.
Looks like XXS finally banning that top lane, but I don't know if his EG are going to pressure that tower.
I mean, EG's won top, middle, bottom, and the jungle after taking that stack.
And they've won the war for Burning's confidence as well.
The book was really slowed down. He was doing. He had what? He was like 3-4 minutes,
Yeah.
and he hasn't picked up any earned charges or been involved in any kills. But this is his time to shine.
Crit's Great Revenge, maybe. Coming to a theater near you. XXS, though, looks to get onto Crit. There's the Reaper's Scythe. That takes up all of your hearts and minds, and now IG look to turn it. Diving forward towards Mr. Zai, but that would leave RTZ free to retreat, so they gets XXS, trying to get that extra kill. In comes Sumail, looking for the punish. He'll bring down Q. Zai stays alive. The Breathe Fire will finish him, but RTZ collects the quick triple kill. Ghost Shroud cooling down. He's already at full health. He'll be just fine. Give him an Ultra. The hood pays off.
What a blink.
They could not decide who to go on there.
Well, because they wasted Rabbit on the solo Wisp. They didn't even kill him.
Ouch.
Yeah, but this type of lineup, you just have to be very careful. They haven't even used Chronosphere yet, so there's still a lot more upside to the team fight, and that was before Relocate is online, so I think things are about to get even worse for IG. And Slark hasn't had the time that he needed to farm up the Shadow Blade, and this position swap, I must say, is not looking so hot.
Burning back to carry now.
I think he's a player that naturally farms a lot, so I would say he's a better one than a 3, but my sample size is not large.
Well, I think Burning's strength as a carry is the fact that he generally don't get caught. Like, when the game gets tough, he is probably one of the most reliable carries for that. So I don't know what the decision is to switch him off to the alpha.
Yeah, I don't think you can give him too hard of a time. Like he screwed up one Ravage on the IO, and he was in a very difficult lane against the Necro. So it's more, he just doesn't seem super comfortable, I guess. But like you said, small sample size.
Also, Dragon Knight struggling so much that he has to go for drums. Like, I mean, drums is not that uncommon on him, but still can't go for any sort of big item or any sort of jump item so they can kill this IO. IO needs to die early on in these fights, and right now they just have no way to go on him. You mentioned like the Clog plus Sky, but Sky's not tanky enough to just walk up and silence him. And then Slark doesn't have Shadow Blade, so he can't go into the backline. So if Wisp stays alive, everyone's gonna have a hard time on IG.
RTZ is so tanky now, just completed a route of Atos.
Wow, he is so far. That's very troublesome for them. I don't think they can kill this Necropos. Like, even if there weren't a Wisp in this game, I would still think that they have a very hard time killing him. And with the Wisp, it just becomes monumental.
Oh, they got the silence off. Q with the money plays. Can they burst him down, though? Universe still able to time log it off. It looked like he had him for sure. He could try to ult to get back in position. Universe still on the run. He'll make it out again. And while that was happening, OP got brought down. And now the turnaround. Uni dropping the chrono. Sumail setting up. Revving with the ultimate, but XXS survives it. The hook's up the mark. Still, though, able to TP away to safety. Salvaged by IG. The Cog somehow, Zai just sneaks around them. That is one felt Spirit Breaker. Q gonna go down. A 2 for 2. Not too shabby for IG, all things considered.
Well, the Dragon Knight that died mid got Reaper Scythed, so he's out for a bit. I don't know. Like TZ just simply does not care. He knows he's not gonna die without Ravage being committed. I just don't think they could kill RTZ anymore, unless he's just like in a 1v5 position.
Oh, he's going for Scepter next too. That cooldown reduction is very good. 25-second Reaper, the dream.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Especially versus their heroes. Normally, like a hero like Slark, you can count on being able to Dark Pact off all these stuns. And Tidehunter, you feel pretty safe to crack yourself. But Reaper is the trump card to both of those.
So, looking at the way the game's developed, as we'll see a charge top on the OP, the hate train continues. Do they really want to go on him? They think about the Nether Strike. A little bit of hesitation, though, and OP is going to respond in force as Sumail blinks in. Oh, he may have overplayed his hand. The hook shot through. They're going to throw the whole kitchen sink at him. They have the Ravage. No, never mind. He used it earlier, it looks like. Down for still a minute. XXS now trying to kill off Crit here. Not quite able to do it. Crit slinks away. Reaper Scythe is going to finish off the clockwork. Sumail stays healthy through it all. XXS on the run. And will be muscled down. Arteezy able to control him, and then Sumail gets off that follow-up scream. Just endless aggression for EG. They continue to push the tempo. Charge through, connects on two. Nicely done by Zai, now looking for the follow-up. Again, they saw Sumail trying to delay what seems like the inevitable destruction that will ensue. Another snare, another scream, another death for OP. Struggle continues. 6 times this man has dropped as a Dragon Knight.
And finally, they give Arteezy the kill, or Arteezy gets the kill rather. So now he's at full mana, and they can do a lot with it. I mean, I guess Ravage is coming back up soon, but are you even scared of that? If you're EG, I think you can just
they have no damage. They actually have no damage. If they commit all the damage to kill Wisp, okay, you got it. Now you just die to everything else. If you don't commit the damage to kill the Wisp, you just die. I don't think IG could win anymore.
I like the way...
It's
going to be very hard to win.
I agree with you, but if IG thought they had no chance, they would already killed IG.
Alright, Success trying to leap away here. Doesn't have his ult any longer. Zai there to cut him off. Get silence from the high ground. Not going to matter. The Bash Lords converge, and they will snag an additional kill now. Looking for Q as well. It's just
every
feed after feed.
So
IG
awful.
just getting decimated everywhere they go.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And somehow they've got the vision for burning. They're going to chase even a bit deeper. The ward secures probably another. There is a Ravage ready. They're going to bait this one out, I think. IG, I'm not sure they can really fight around him. They'll try. Burning hanging onto the Ravage. EG clearly waiting for a disengage opportunity with Arteezy lurking in position, bringing up the Vanguard.
Yeah, I think once Necrophos gets Scepter, or EG gets Aegis, it's going to be a really tall mountain for IG to climb back into this game. Maybe if they like split up a lot and start get some solo picks, but right now he can really only solo pick the IO.
If IO doesn't have some creeps to tether away.
So it seems like there's like 2 main things. One is that EG's roaming was way more effective in the laning stage. And IG had some pretty good roaming heroes on paper, just didn't work out. The other thing is IG's very slow, with the Slark as a safe laner who needs a lot of farming time, doesn't really do damage right now, and Tidehunter with a super long cooldown ultimate, who doesn't really offer much outside the Ravage.
I just don't understand why they picked the Slark. It just didn't really make too much sense.
I thought they wanted the Death Ball with the like Tidehunter DK.
Yeah, I think that would have made a little bit more sense. And I think Slark's also an extremely weak laner. So one-on-one versus the Faceless Void, which they were kind of forced to in this game because of how much pressure the Wisp was throwing around the map, and in Spirit Breaker, it just kind of spiraled out of control.
Yeah, that's the problem. IG had 3 heroes that just directly lose one-on-one to EG's hero. So all of the support rotation for IG just was like, they just had to respawn, like, oh, I need help this lane, so Clock goes there. Like, Clock had an amazing early game, but you remember that fight by the shrine where he was trying to kill the Spirit Breaker and the IO just kept it alive? I felt like that point for the for the Clockwork early game just stopped all of the momentum that he had, and he just fell off. All of his lanes lost.
And almost all these heroes have a way to like get away from him if he's trying to just make solo plays, you know?
Right.
So.
Well, 2 big items are about to come out. Slark with the Shadow Blade, and then Tidehunter with the Blink Dagger. With this, Blink Ravage onto Wisp, kill Wisp very early on in the fight, and they're also spread out so that the Chronosphere can't demolish them. This could be the one fight they're looking for. If they lose this fight, though, I have very little hope for IG going further into this game.
Sumail has gone for the Dagon. And now wants to take on 5.
Dagon is good versus Dragon Knight and has good synergy with the.
And they've got the position here, lurking on the precipice of crushing IG's hopes and dreams. Already smokes have broken, and IG are walking up line. The charge away from Zai actually sets them up for success on OP. There's the hook to counterplay. Universe coming in. He bubbles burning. Oh! Watermelon take nap. Now the Ravage coming through, but very healthy and ready to go as Arteezy charges into the thick of things, stays alive, pushes forward. IG on their heels. They've used most of their ultimates. They've gotten very little for them. 2 down, including the DK, and the route is on. Hunting for extras, burning on the retreat, gets locked in position, bashed up, controlled for now, potentially more to follow. Arteezy continue to lay into them, just death pulse after death pulse, marking the demise, it seems. Sumail finding those bonus kills, and IG are just completely routed and forced off their tower.
That Chrono.
I mean, on paper, that was the way that IG wanted the fight to start, right? You have them go on the Dragon Knight, and then the blink reveal with the mech to actually boost the Dragon Knight back up, but Universe God, I guess. I think that was just like super unlucky for IG the way it played out.
Well, they saw them on the top side. They knew exactly where the tide was, so he knew.
I thought he was smoked, or was he not?
I think they revealed it because it was Quap that went left, and then everyone else went up to the top side, and then they saw the tide, and then after that they all went on a DK. And then with the Chronos place right there, there was no way they could really win the fight.
Zai going deeper, looking for additional kills, as Arteezy was trying to find the pick off XXS, chasing after crit, brings him low, burning, cuts him off at the pass, but there goes the scythe. And now Arteezy chasing forward, wants to lock down Q, another 2-hero charge. Great follow-up from Zai. They root that Slark, they will take him down. Q covers the retreat as he lays down the Mystic Flare, but it is indeed nothing but retreat for IG. Completely outgunned, outmanned, and outmaneuvered. They'll lose another 4 down again, and it feels only a matter of time before EG will claim the victory that seems rightfully theirs.
Can you give it the "it's over"?
I'm not your monkey, Ben.
Well, fine. When it's in the chat wheel, you will be my monkey.
Oh god.
Was that a Chrono D ward?
I'm just saying, that laugh is definitely a bizarro Ben Bloomy. That is not a good-hearted man right there.
Just trying to next level the Slark.
Alright, can I ask a Necro-related question, because I don't play this hero a lot?
That hero's amazing. Go ahead.
Okay. It seems like Arteezy, during these team fights, he's actually like not very shy at popping his Ghost Route early into the fights, whereas I see a lot of other Necro.
Well, that's because he's not afraid of dying.
Alright, so
it slows people.
Right. It seems like he just gets off the Reaper and just pops the ult, or pops the Ghost and be like, yeah, I'm gonna be fine.
Arteezy just will not go down, and he's about to get off the Ghost Route, turn this fight around. Oh yeah, they're not killing him now. Necro rampaging forward. IG just a desiccated corpse as EG continue to force them back.
GG.
And finally, and mercifully, they are put under. GG indeed.
The Slark pick was just had made very little sense. I was kind of looking forward to it. I was like, oh man, they picked Slark. The Slark has some game plan, right? And then they just got crushed in lane and didn't really do anything because the Far Shadow played so slowly. But on the flip side, we did see the Wisp Necrophos, so I did like that added to EG's arsenal. I do think that's a very potent combo, and every Wisp team I think should explore it because it is just that strong. And the role swap coming out from IG did not look very promising, but small sample size.
I think it's way too early to evaluate the role swap